Hello, this is Brian Pash, and welcome to today's podcast. On today's show, I want to talk about the ADF lead format. It stands for Autolead Data, and it's used to transfer data between two parties in the automotive industry. For example, when you submit a lead on a dealership website, it is sent to the dealer's CRM using the ADF specification. It's basically a file format so that the receiver knows how to decode the information that's being sent. The ADF specification, if you Google it, you'll find a document which shows the revision history. The first draft was published in December 18th, 1998. On May 3rd, year 2000, the final document, version 1.0, was drafted and presented to the automotive community. 17 years has passed since this ADF specification has been revised. When you think about it, the idea between 2017 and today is so much has changed, so why aren't we doing something to update this specification? Well, bottom line is no one was willing to pull all the parties together and take the time and effort to do it, and the good news is that myself and David Metter, who is the president of AutoHook, a division of Urban Science, is going to head up the committee. David Metter was part of the original ADF Specification Committee, and he's going to be leading what we're calling ADF 2.0 over the next few months with the goal of getting the new standard accepted by the auto industry in 2018 by the NADA convention. Let me just review a couple little facts about the ADF specification. It has key data categories: lead information, vehicle information, customer information, dealer information, and the service provider information. Let me just quickly review that. So the prospect information is some basic contact information that came in from the lead form. Vehicle information is the car that they were interested in on the dealer's website, and it could be multiple cars. The customer, the person who be buying this vehicle, the vendor or dealer information is, well, the dealer that has subscribed to this lead service, or it's their own website. And then the service provider information, just in case you were buying leads from Ford or Autobytel, there's a provision for that information as well. Of course, everything is date and time stamped, so when someone submits a lead, it's dated and time stamped. Now, there's a number of different tags that can be used, meaning within the vehicle of interest, there's make, model, VIN, stock, trim, doors. You get the idea. These individual tags give finite details about the vehicle. But when you think about it, in the last 17 years, there's been dramatic changes to the information that's on a VDP. For example, in the year 2000, it wasn't common for exact or near exact lease and finance payments to be on a VDP. Today, with instant credit pre-approval and some advanced technologies that are part of or appended to dealership websites, there's a tremendous amount of information that is being collected and not being easily passed to a CRM. Why? Because the fields were never created. It wasn't a feasible data stream back in 2000. So what are people doing? Anything extra that doesn't fit in the ADF specification, they're throwing in the comments, which is crazy. For example, if a consumer is responding about a specific vehicle, and maybe the website technology company has a profile about that customer, some information like how many times they visited the website, how many pages they viewed, maybe it's a score. That has to be sent into the dealer's CRM in the comments as a hyperlink that goes to some third-party site to view the information. It's kind of crazy. Of course, even back then, there were multiple phone numbers or contact information, but there was no such thing as Facebook Messenger. So the ADF spec has, do they want to be contacted by email or phone? What's the preferred contact? Well, what about messaging? Yeah, texting is different than using Facebook or WhatsApp. Think about the amount of data that website providers have today that they never really had before. We know the IP address and device ID. We know whether someone came in as a mobile shopper, desktop, or tablet shopper. We can know their shopper intensity scores, or we could know their PCG engagement scores based on what they did on the website. None of this information is in the ADF spec. So it's getting thrown out or crunched into the comments section, which makes it almost impossible to create any business workflows for advanced lead handling. Think about it. If we had more fields to capture the data that is critical for marketing automation tools, custom scripts, marketing analytics packages, well, wow, that could be really amazing. But it has to start with establishing a more robust specification, so our data hygiene practices in the automotive industry are much better than they are today. So, without getting too much into the details, the goal of updating the ADF spec is to provide more data fields natively in the specification that support the many different vendors and technologies that we have in 2017. We've opened up an invitation to CRM companies, website companies, third-party portals, OEMs, data management companies, and dealers to be part of the ADF 2.0 committee that David Metter is going to chair. If you're interested because your company is a vendor in the automotive industry and you are responsible for data management, you're responsible for integrations, please reach out to me, Brian, at pcgcompanies.com. You'll be invited to our online conference calls, which are starting on August 14th, 2017. Between August and November, we are going to draft an initial specification, a rough draft, and then at the 2017 Automotive Analytics and Attribution Summit in Boca Raton, November 8th and 9th, David Metter will be presenting the draft to all of the dealers and vendors in attendance. And then we're going to have a committee work group meeting at the conference. The goal is to come out of the AAS with a 2.0 spec to publicly share and get comment from the automotive vendor community. Our goal is between the Automotive Analytics and Attribution Summit in November and NADA at the end of March 2018, we can have a finalized specification and get the support of the largest CRM companies, the largest website companies, the largest marketing and third-party lead handling companies to embrace an update to their technology that if they see a lead file coming in ADF 2.0 specification, they know how to read it. Of course, websites and CRMs will always be able to read the ADF 1.0 spec. That's what they have in place now. We just want the ability that if an advanced website, if an advanced marketing partner sends a CRM, an ADF 2.0 spec, well, the software will be smart enough to read those new fields and then build the right data structures on the back end of the CRM to support rich data with the examples I gave. I'm very excited about the ADF 2.0 project. I want to thank David Metter for volunteering his time. Obviously, Urban Science have been handling data for OEMs and dealer groups for many years. So David is a great person to chair the committee. I have full confidence that with the people that have already volunteered and more people that will come on board in the coming days, that we will have a true representation of all the stakeholders in automotive to participate in this 2.0 spec so that it will be accepted and help dealers really master their data, have better data hygiene, better analytics, better sales process, better decision making, based on all of the data that's at their disposal. So stay tuned, and we'll have some more information in the coming months on the ADF 2.0 specification.